It started with a phone call that nobody expected. At exactly 2:14 a.m., Sarah's phone rang in the quiet darkness of her apartment. Half asleep, she reached for the nightstand and froze when she saw the name, David. Her fingers trembled as she answered. "Hello?" she whispered, but the line was silent, filled only with faint static. She tried again, "David?" Still nothing before the call suddenly ended. She sat there for a moment, heart pounding, trying to convince herself it was some kind of mistake. Her mind raced, and a chill ran down her spine as the apartment felt colder, emptier, as if the shadows themselves were listening. Every small creak in the building sounded louder than usual, and she could almost hear the echo of her own heartbeat bouncing off the walls. The strange part wasn't the call itself, it was the truth. David had been dead for 3 years. He had been her closest friend, someone who had understood her better than anyone else, until the night of the accident. Driving home during a storm, David lost control of his car. By the time help arrived, it was already too late. Sarah remembered standing at the funeral in the pouring rain, staring at the closed coffin and feeling a hollow emptiness she could never shake. She could still picture the way the thunder rolled across the sky that night, mirroring the storm that had taken him from her. And now 3 years later his name had just appeared on her phone. She stared at the call log. Incoming call David. Her mind spun, searching for explanations. Maybe someone had reused his old number, maybe it was a glitch. Maybe she had answered while still half asleep, but deep down, she knew something wasn't right. Her phone vibrated again, breaking the tense silence. A message appeared on the screen, "I'm sorry." Her chest tightened, and a cold lump of fear settled in her stomach. She felt eyes on her, as if someone, or something, was watching from the shadows. With trembling hands, she typed, "Who is this?" Almost immediately, the reply appeared, "I didn't mean to leave." The words hit her harder than she expected. They felt painfully familiar. Years ago, during their last argument the night before the accident, harsh words were exchanged, tempers flared, and David had left angry. The next day, he was gone forever. Sarah had carried that guilt like a shadow ever since, replaying that night in her mind over and over. Her phone vibrated again. "I tried to come back." The words made her stomach turn. She typed shakily, "Where are you?" Her eyes darted around the dark apartment as if expecting him to appear from the corners, and the floorboards creaked faintly beneath her feet. A few seconds later, the reply appeared, "Outside." Sarah walked slowly to the window, peering over the edge. The street below was empty except for a tall, still figure under the flickering streetlight. Even from that distance, it was unmistakably David, his posture, his jacket, the way he stood frozen as if time had paused around him. The wind blew gently, rustling the leaves, and for a moment, everything seemed to hold its breath. Sarah could feel the hair on her arms standing on end as she realized the figure wasn't moving at all. Yet she could feel its presence like a weight pressing against the quiet night. Her phone buzzed again. "I came back, but it took too long." Her heart raced as the figure lifted its head, revealing David's face. Yet something was wrong. His eyes were distant, empty, almost not human. She typed again, her fingers shaking. "David? I shouldn't be here," came the instant reply. Sarah's heart felt like it stopped. Then another message. "I came back too late." At that exact moment, the streetlight flickered and went dark. When it came back on, the figure had vanished entirely. Her phone vibrated one last time. A final message appeared. "Goodbye, Sarah." The number had disappeared from her contacts as if it had never existed, leaving an empty, eerie silence in its place. The next morning, Sarah tried to convince herself it had all been a nightmare caused by grief and stress, but the call log remained. 2:14 a.m. incoming call David, and beneath it, one final message she hadn't noticed before. "I always kept my promise." She remembered his words years ago, joking that if he ever left, he would come back to say goodbye properly. At the time, it had seemed like a joke. Now, standing by the window and looking at the quiet street below, she realized how terrifyingly real it had been. Maybe he had come back. Just not in time. Because sometimes, the hardest part of saying goodbye isn't losing someone forever, it's when they return after it's already too late. If you enjoyed this mysterious story, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below what you think really happened that night. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next chilling story.